Man, what the hell is Bobby doing here anyway?
You're late.
Bobby Baccialieri, the last man standing.
I don't want to say nothing, Tony.
You don't want to get yourself in trouble.
A lot of funerals in your corner of the world, huh, Bobby? Fucking our boost. What'd you have to do, refinance your house? Don't look at the floor, Bobby. Look at me.
Man, Claudette is definitely gonna think that Batista's kind of fucking slow or something. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for Dexter Resurrection. This one's going to be doing my weekly review for this week's episode. This is for episode 8 now. So, we have 2 episodes left of this season now. We have literally the penultimate episode next week. Dexter Resurrection is coming to an end, and I'm so fucking sad about that because this shit is insane, man. Absolutely insane. So, I loved this episode, as I'm sure you could probably tell. I mean, this season's been great pretty much all the way through, besides a few little things, but this has been an incredible last few episodes, and this one here as well. Good God, man. I mean, seriously, talk about eventful, talk about insane, and just high adrenaline all the time watching this freaking episode. Like, honestly, this crap was crazy. So, the plot of this week's episode really focuses on Angel Batista, which I'm glad about because I feel like we've needed an episode of him where he's just full on the main focus of what's going on, and that's exactly what we got in this episode. He is planning things out in the most Michael Scofield way I've ever seen in my life. If you've ever seen Prison Break, you know what I'm talking about. He's got all the shit lined up here on the wall. He's got all the evidence tracing back to exactly where Dexter is at all the time, and he says at the beginning, he's like, Dexter's a man of routine. We're going to catch him. We're going to find his location. Plus, there's the tracker that he put in his car last episode, which helps him out a lot this episode to try to find Dexter. So it's like a manhunt on Dexter from Batista this episode. He's trying to find him the entire time, and he's trying his best to locate him at the correct time. Now, with the Dexter plot this episode, you've got Al, of course, who is the final member of Prater's group that he has left to get. He deletes all the other contacts in his phone, and you've got, Harry that kind of says, he's like, yeah, like, you got friends here, don't you? You weren't supposed to make friends, and he's like, all right, Dad, I understand, I'll take care of it, and he calls him, and then you got frickin' Al that's like, hey, buddy, how are you doing? And he's like, hey, man, I know you were heading out of town, like, you want to meet somewhere, you know what I mean? He's like, oh, I can't, man, I gotta get back to the kids, like, just the most typical, just, nerdy, like, geeky father you'll ever see, right? That's what they like you to think, right? And he's like, oh, well, I know this place we can stop at, I can visit you one more time before you go on your travels, and Al is just like, okay, yeah, sounds good, man, I'll send you the address, and it's like, man, what the hell, But the writers, I gotta say, set this up well, because I thought at first, I was like, okay, Dexter's gonna take him out, Dexter's gonna take him down, like, it's like the most obvious thing. You kind of could sense Al's death coming from a mile away, and well, actually, this episode, they throw you through a loop. Al actually does not go. He does not meet up with Dexter, and Dexter wonders, hey, man, where are you? And then Al's just like, yeah, sorry, man, I couldn't make it. I gotta flee from the city for now, so I'm gonna have to, get rid of my contacts, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to make sure I'm not traced. And he throws his phone out the window. Al gets away, y'all. He gets away. Dexter does not put him on his kill table. Insane. And I like that they did that because, admittedly, I was kind of worried that it was just going to be like, okay, every single member of Prater's group Dexter takes down at one point or another. No, they didn't do that. And I like the creativity. With Lowell, he took him out. With Mia, he got arrested. And, made sure that she was taken down that way. With Gemini, he killed, of course, one, of course, secretly, one publicly, so those were different, and then this one, Al actually gets away. Now, I'm still not sold on the fact that Al is going to just be gone. I'm still not sold on that, because it's not Dexter's MO. I feel like there could be an ultimate plan here by Prater to almost lure Dexter somewhere, and then Al is actually part of a greater plan that Prater is planning out. I would not underestimate Al. I would not underestimate him at all. I feel like there could be something going on. He could have left. He could have. But Dexter villains never do that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. He could be gone, or he could be coming back for more. Honestly, it would not shock me either way. I gotta say, it would not shock me. So, that's kind of where I'm at with that whole situation. Now, that was pretty nuts. But we also have, in addition to everything else, we've got Harrison in this one that gets together with that Gibby girl or whatever. I think that's her name. Yeah, anyway, well, they get together basically, and she kind of explains to him that, she's had a bit of a rough past and that her wrist is permanently, like that, and she's not going to really be able to be like an actual cop on a force or anything crazy like that because of that. And Harrison's like, yeah, there's still other jobs, in law enforcement. It's not the only one, you know what I mean? So he kind of comforts her in that way, and Harrison and her get it on, basically. They show a full-on sex scene this episode, so there you go. Harrison, he gets it going, for sure. So we got that as well, too. That was kind of a random thing about midway through the episode. And then the big thing going on in this episode is the, obviously Batista storyline. Now, he kind of looks like a crazy person, which they're setting this up in a really insane way. You've got the landlord that, obviously Dexter kind of takes care of because, obviously, he's making, really lousy decisions. The landlord is not fixing the mold in the apartment, of course, which, the kid has, asthma. So obviously, that's an issue, and Dexter kind of gives him a bit of a warning, you know what I mean? And I love this guy, because this guy's on The Sopranos, you know what I mean? This guy plays Bobby on The Sopranos, and he's absolutely awesome on The Sopranos. But he's kind of a dick here, you know what I'm saying? And Dexter puts him on his table, and he keeps his face hidden, right, so you can't recognize him. But he basically says, he's like, yeah, listen, like, you're gonna fix that mold, you're gonna do all this stuff, or I kill you, And he gets away. Dexter lets him get away, but not before he runs away, and Batista finds Dexter's kill room in the mannequin place, which was a cool setting, by the way. I like that. And, obviously Dexter kind of gets away, and obviously this guy runs away, and he sees Batista. Batista's like, where's the Bay Harbor Butcher? And then he moves past him, and he knocks Batista over. He's like, get out of my way, you cocksucker, He keeps moving and shit. I found that hilarious. That felt like a scene from The Sopranos. So if that's what they were going for, that's definitely felt here for sure. But that was funny as hell. And he gets away, which I like, because the guy doesn't fit Dexter's code. That makes 100% sense. And obviously, Batista looks like the crazy one, too, because then he gets Claudette down here and her partner, and then they're like, did you set this all up? Did you set up this shrink wrap? And then he's just like, no, it was him. He got away. He's somewhere. I don't know. And he's like, look, I'll prove it to you. And then Dexter finds out that there's a tracker in his car. He destroys it. And then when Batista shows Claudette, he looks fucking crazy, right? He's like, no, I set a tracker. I set, and then it's over, right? And then Claudette starts to realize that maybe Batista's crazy, which he isn't, but obviously that's what she thinks. And then she kind of starts to realize, wait, Batista's not even doing this the proper way. He's investigating Dexter illegally, which he is. You're 100% right about that, and that really makes Claudette suspicious of Batista, which is crazy, man. That is insane. And then the episode kind of ends on a insane note. We get the return of our goat Quinn at the very end, which I got a kick out of seeing him once again. I love seeing Quinn. He's working, the regular Miami Metro cases. He gets a phone call about the Bay Harbor Butcher, and he's like, wait a minute, that case closed like a long time ago. What are you talking about? And, obviously he's kind of led to wonder now, like, what is going on? What is Batista up to, So Quinn, it's the matter of time before he finds out the truth about Dexter. I'm sure that's on its way. And once Quinn finds out, and Batista knows, it doesn't matter how insane they make Batista look. Quinn will get the entirety of Miami Metro involved. He will. I know Quinn would. So I'm telling you, Quinn getting involved now, finding out that the Bay Harbor Butcher case is still active, that's going to raise some questions. And I got to admit, I think that's going to be pretty damn insane, honestly. The only thing I'm worried about is that they make it look like Batista's the Bay Harbor Butcher. I don't think Quinn's going to buy that. Dokes and now Batista. I don't think Quinn's going to fall for that. I don't think you're going to be able to trick Quinn like you can Batista and all that stuff. I don't know. It's going to start looking really sus. So, this was fucking intense, man. This episode was intense, and I truly just find it insane. And, well, the cliffhanger of the episode, which just made me jump out of my seat. You've got Dexter and Harrison that are having this peaceful meal saying, like, oh, yeah, the landlord, he's not going to bother you anymore, you know what I mean? he's going to do his job correctly and stuff. And you think that Dexter got away with not killing someone. And then enters Prater inside the fucking restaurant, looks at Dexter directly in the eyes and says, "Dexter, I didn't know you had a son." I was like, oh, fuck. Fuck. Damn it. So, yeah, no, that's not good. That is not good at all, man. Shit. What is going to happen next? I mean, he now knows of Harrison's existence. And we know for a fact that Dexter is going to unleash on him if he does anything to Harrison. So, yeah, this is going south, and it's probably going down next episode, honestly. We got 2 episodes left, people. We got 2 episodes left, and I just can't get over how insane these episodes have been getting. So, 10 out of 10. I mean, what do you want from me? 10 out of 10. It was a perfect episode with so many stellar moments, so many great scenes, so many awesome moments. It was incredible. It was an incredible episode. Let me know your thoughts down below. What do you guys think of Dexter Resurrection episode number 8? I almost said 7. Episode 8. And next episode is the penultimate episode, Touched by an Angel, it's called. Very excited to see that one. But I want to hear all your comments on this episode. So, if you're new to the channel, guys, and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click subscribe and to not miss any of the videos. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official _ guys. And, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos very soon. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a street fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.